One of the top stories here in Europe, it's a second and final day of a strike by air traffic controllers in France. Tens of thousands of passengers across Europe have been affected on Thursday. Situation only expected to get worse today. The two unions behind the strike are protesting understaffing. France's transport ministry says airlines are losing millions and travelers are increasingly frustrated. Our reporter Clovis Casali standing by at Orly Airport. We can speak to him now. Hello to you, Clovis. Tell us a little bit about what the situation is like at Orly Airport.
Well, second day of the strike of air traffic controllers, and worse disruptions than yesterday. The National Civil Aviation Authority asking airlines to cancel 40% of flights here in Paris, 50% in Nice in the south of France, and around 30% in Marseille and Lyon. Let's be honest, no chaos here at Orly Airport, just outside of Paris, but some passengers frustrated, disappointed that their flight has been cancelled. And if you had planned for a sweet escape with your family, a holiday, leaving right after your shift today, I hope you weren't planning to go to Lisbon, Toulouse, Lyon or Greece, because several flights as well as to Morocco have been cancelled, leaving here from Orly. And Ryanair, the low-cost airline, very angry, saying 400 flights have been affected with this strike. And it's affecting 70,000 passengers, at least tens of thousands of passengers.
All right, Clovis. So timing key here. Today, the eve of summer break. What do air traffic controllers want out of this strike, and how's the public been reacting to it?
First, let's say it's a minority of air traffic controllers going on strike. Only two of the smaller unions have called for this strike. Why? Because they want better working conditions. And then there's also this case of a near accident in Bordeaux during New Year's Eve in 2022, when there was nearly a collision between two planes. That led authorities to change the working rules for the air traffic controllers, tighten the rules, more monitoring of their work, and leaving some of those employees very angry. And that's why they're demonstrating, protesting, going on strike today. When you talk to passengers here in France and clients, they're not particularly sympathetic towards the air traffic controllers, because it is a very demanding job where you have to be very careful, of course, high responsibilities, because you're making sure that there aren't any collisions, that the security of flights is ensured, but at the same time they are paid an average €8,000 a month. And a lot of passengers and French customers feel that they shouldn't be going on strike for these reasons I mentioned before. One last word. The transport minister here in France saying it's unacceptable that these people have gone on strike right at this sensitive time of year, because of course it's the beginning of the summer vacations, with French schools that have just closed. So a lot of families disappointed, of course, those who've had their flights cancelled.